Picture this, Egypt, 51 BC. The most powerful empire in the Mediterranean is about to be ruled by an 18-year-old girl and her 10-year-old brother, who are also married to each other. Because the Ptolemies said family trees should be circles, actually.
Ew, gross. Hey, have you seen my daughter?
Not your story, bro. So I'm co-ruling with my little brother husband now?
I'm not that little, and technically, you take orders from me.
You literally wet the bed last week.
Mom said it was normal.
His mom was dead. He meant his advisors. But here's the thing. That 18-year-old was about to become the most legendary queen in history by speaking 9 languages, playing 4D chess with Rome, and having better PR skills than every influencer combined. She seduced 2 Roman dictators, nearly conquered Rome with eyeliner and charisma, and still had time to actually run a country.
Like me!
Yeah, no. Cleo was basically Kim K 2,000 years earlier. This is Cleopatra Part 1, the queen who seduced Rome, as told by soda cans with better takes than your Shakespeare teacher. Let's pop this bottle. So let's set the scene. Egypt in 51 BC wasn't the Egypt that built the pyramids. That was like 2,500 years earlier. Ancient Egypt was having a midlife crisis. This Egypt was ruled by the Ptolemies, a Greek family that took over after Alexander the Great's empire exploded.
Wait, so this is like franchise Egypt?
Exactly. Same branding, completely new management. And their secret to success? Marry your siblings and call it tradition.
That seems medically problematic.
Oh, it was. But it kept the power in the family. Cleopatra VII was born in 69 BC. Her dad was Ptolemy XII, nicknamed the flute player, because he literally spent more time partying than ruling.
My kind of guy!
Hard to party when Rome keeps asking for money.
Pay your debts, flute boy.
So Ptolemy XII spent half his reign bribing Rome not to invade, then died and left his daughter and her preteen husband-brother in charge.
This is fine. I can work with this.
She could not work with this. See, Ptolemy XIII had 3 advisors, Pothinus, Achilles, and Theodotus. Basically Egypt's version of the Three Stooges, but with more murder.
What if we just ignore her?
And give all the power to the boy we can manipulate?
This plan is flawless.
So they started erasing Cleopatra from power. Her name vanished from documents. Coins only showed Ptolemy's face. By 48 BC, they'd kicked her out of Alexandria entirely.
Okay, this is fine. I'll just raise an army and take my throne back. By force.
Which she did. Because when men tell you to stay in your lane, you build your own highway. But while Cleopatra was plotting her revenge, something way more interesting was happening in Rome. Rome in 48 BC was tearing itself apart. 2 guys were fighting for control.
I'm the people's champion. I crossed the Rubicon. Democracy is great.
I'm literally called the Great, and I have the Senate. You're a traitor, Caesar.
You're just mad I'm better at war than you.
I was famous before you even...
They fought at the Battle of Pharsalus. Caesar destroyed Pompey. So Pompey did what any reasonable person would do. He ran to Egypt.
Egypt will protect me. I helped Cleopatra's dad once.
Egypt would not protect him. Ptolemy's advisors had a meeting.
If we help Pompey, Caesar gets mad.
If we reject Pompey, Pompey gets mad.
What if we murder Pompey and give his head to Caesar as a gift?
That's genius.
It was the opposite of genius. So when Pompey got off his boat, they stabbed him to death in front of his wife and kids, chopped off his head, and put it in a jar.
Wait, what?
Congratulations. Egypt just invented the world's worst housewarming gift.
P-boy, what a loser!
A few days later, Julius Caesar showed up looking for Pompey.
Hey, where's Pompey? I need to either fight him or dramatically pardon him.
Oh, we took care of that.
Surprise!
You killed a Roman consul?
Caesar literally wept, because even though Pompey was his enemy, you don't just assassinate Roman leaders to score political points. This enraged Caesar, who decided to mediate the dispute between Cleopatra and Ptolemy, by which he meant occupy the palace and take over.
Bring me both rulers. I'll decide who's in charge.
About Cleopatra. She's kind of exiled and raising an army to kill us.
I'll handle her. Someone go tell her I want to meet.
Great plan, except Cleopatra couldn't just stroll into the palace. Ptolemy's goons still wanted her very, very dead.
Roll me up in a carpet.
I'm sorry, what?
A carpet. Smuggle me into Caesar's room.
This is the dumbest plan I've ever...
Whoa! Daddy!
Hi, I'm Cleopatra. I hear you're deciding Egypt's future. So here I am.
Some things never change.
Caesar was 52, Cleopatra was 21, and Caesar was immediately hooked.
You have Moxie.
Moxie, that's what you think of? Dude, she has big...
I speak 9 languages. I've read every philosopher, and I can guarantee Rome gets Egypt's grain. Also, my brother's 10 and wets the bed.
We can't be 100% sure according to the history books, but by morning, they were definitely sleeping together. And Caesar had picked his favorite.
Hey, go tell Caesar I want to play catch. He picked her. She's a woman. I'm the king. Siege the palace now.
Caesar had 4,000 troops. Ptolemy had 20,000. Caesar was trapped.
What's the plan?
Don't die.
The siege lasted months. Things got so desperate that Caesar set fire to the Egyptian ships in the harbor.
Sir, the fire's spreading.
Just contain it.
The fire spread to the Library of Alexandria.
Wait, what?
Yep. Caesar accidentally burned part of the most famous library in history because he was too busy not dying.
I was under siege, okay?
Eventually, Roman reinforcements arrived and crushed Ptolemy's army. Ptolemy tried to escape by boat, but drowned in the Nile, probably because he was 14 and wearing heavy armor, and also kind of an idiot. With Ptolemy dead, Cleopatra was queen. Well, sort of. She had to marry her other little brother, Ptolemy XIV, because Egyptian law.
Can I just play with my toys?
Please do.
But here's where it gets spicy. Cleopatra was pregnant with Caesar's baby.
So, this is awkward because I'm married to a Roman woman, and Rome doesn't recognize...
Yeah, let's go.
I don't need you to marry me. I need you to acknowledge the brand collab.
In 47 BC, she gave birth to Ptolemy Caesar, Caesarion, Little Caesar. Caesar stayed in Egypt for months. He and Cleopatra took a luxury cruise up the Nile with 400 ships.
This is nice.
You need to go back to Rome before they assassinate you.
They wouldn't.
They absolutely would.
Foreshadowing. In 46 BC, Caesar finally went back to Rome. He threw massive victory parades and paraded Cleopatra's sister in chains through the streets.
I hate everyone.
And then Cleopatra showed up in Rome with baby Caesarion and moved into Caesar's villa.
Caesar, why is the Queen of Egypt in your house?
She's a diplomatic ally. A very important ally.
The Romans hated this. Cleopatra was everything they despised. Foreign, wealthy, powerful, and a woman who didn't know her place. Plus, Caesar was married to Calpurnia.
This is fine. I'm fine.
She was not fine.
Hey, how you doing?
Then Caesar put a golden statue of Cleopatra dressed as a goddess in the Temple of Venus. By 44 BC, Caesar was basically a king without the crown. He'd won every war, controlled everything, and was getting way too comfortable. The Senate was sharpening knives, metaphorically, and then literally. March 15th, 44 BC. Caesar's wife, Calpurnia, had a nightmare.
I dreamed you were killed. Don't go to the Senate today.
Babe, it's just a meeting. What's the worst that could...
He was stabbed 23 times by senators led by Brutus and Cassius.
Et tu, Brute?
Fun fact, he probably didn't say that. Shakespeare made it up, but it's too iconic to leave out. When news reached Cleopatra, she realized very quickly that without Caesar, she was dead.
Pack everything. We're leaving now.
She fled back to Egypt, terrified that the assassins would come for her next. Remember Ptolemy XIV, the 12-year-old brother husband who stayed out of the way? Yeah? Well, a few weeks after Cleopatra got back from Rome, Ptolemy XIV mysteriously died. Official cause: natural causes. Actual cause: probably poison. Ordered by, take a wild guess.
Tragic. Anyway, Caesarion is now my co-ruler.
And just like that, Cleopatra had eliminated every rival and was the sole power in Egypt. But her problems were just beginning, because back in Rome, 3 men were about to tear the Republic apart fighting over Caesar's legacy. And one of them, a party-loving general named Mark Antony, was about to make Caesar's relationship with Cleopatra look like a casual fling.
Aren't they all?
So, what did we learn? That rolling yourself up in a carpet is apparently good foreign policy. That burning libraries is bad PR, even if you're under siege. And that when you seduce a Roman dictator, make sure he's not about to get stabbed by 60 senators. Cleopatra came to Rome as a queen and left as a fugitive. She lost her protector, her plan, and her access to Roman power. But this story is far from over, because next comes Mark Antony. More bad decisions, a love affair so dramatic it would end 2 empires, and the most legendary death scene in ancient history.
Spoiler alert, I chose the snake.